news and bad news. Great news is there's snook on the beach. I finally got my first one a week into the trip. I got a nice, I'm gonna say 10-pound fish. I'll weigh it later, but I'm saying 10, 12 pounds. Super psyched. Bad news is I didn't film it. And the reason is it's Saturday, it's family fish day. So I'm fishing with a buddy of mine and his 2 kids, and I haven't asked them if I can film them or if they want to be filmed. And so I just try to be respectful. So Saturday I kind of take for myself, and I don't really spend a lot of time setting up tripods and drones and filming a lot of stuff. It's more about catching fish. So these guys can eat great all week and just having fun with kids and my good buddy. So I didn't film it. Sorry. Great news is I'm super confident now that the snook are here. I got a huge snapper. These guys have gotten some other snapper and variety of fish and corvina and such. So everybody's going to be eating well today, and I'm going to get back to it, and I'll try and get a snook on film for y'all this week. I'm feeling much better about the whole situation now. Okay, I'm going to get back to the water here. Okay, decided to try yet another fly line here on the 2-handed rod. So the one I got on there now is working well, better than the first one, and I want to see if I can keep improving on that or not. Doesn't normally come out this loud. I like how it's coming off that spool. Twist. I said there's no twist. All right, like it was meant to be. I got my first snook of the season done. I got my first big fish. It was corvina, but a nice one, on the fly rod today, on the 2-handed fly rod, which I'm new to. Even in the freshwater, I've never been a 2-handed fly rod guy. So, and it's not the same casting, but in the surf it's an overhead cast. It's different. I'm on my 3rd fly line. I'm going to try a 4th one here tomorrow or the next day, and it gives me hope. I'm starting to get more efficient with it, and it just doesn't beat me up as much as the single-handed rod, casting that thing over and over. It's one thing if I was sight fishing for permit or bonefish or tarpon or something awesome, but I'm hunting these snook, and I'm just going on what the water looks like, what the tide's doing, time of day, and trying to piece it all together so I can blind fish them. And so blind fishing, I gotta be efficient. And the spin rod, the surf rod, is a pretty darn efficient tool, so I catch a lot of fish with it. But I use it hopefully just to find the fish, make sure they're here like I did today, and then I get the fly rod out with some confidence and start hucking it. And I'm bound and determined to tie into some big snook with that fly rod. So wish me luck. We're gonna stick with it till it happens. Hey, good morning, y'all. It is the beginning of week 2. I found snook on the beach yesterday, so super excited about that. Gonna go back solo today, see if I can't get on some of those fish. Missing one piece of gear, but I'll just get by without it today. So I'm gonna get on the road here. It's almost light enough to see a little bit, and yeah, let's get after it. I'm tired today, but I'm also fired up. I want to get on these fish. So here we go. Okay, here we go, people. Let's go get a big snook. Hey, this beautiful fly today is brought to you by Fast Jimmy. My good buddy Jim Cole over in Connecticut. He's a stud on the frickin' tying bench. And he just tied these beast flies for me. These things are sick. They're easy to cast, they're big, they show the fish a silhouette. So let's go make Fast Jimmy proud. Put this fly in a fish. Lots of little steps you got to take before you can start fishing out here. It's such a disorganized fishery with the waves, the ocean, the sand, and wind and tides and everything that you got to be double organized on top of it to make it happen. Tide's definitely lower than when I started yesterday, but it looks good. Water clarity still looks like it's here. That first week, last week was, I don't know, the water was just really coffeed up. And yesterday the wind started blowing, the waves picked up a little more, and all of a sudden it looks like it should. It looks like it did most of the time when I was fishing last year, which I'm starting earlier in the season this year because I wanted to be here for the whole season. Last year I just walked in on everything. It was all happening when I got here. I just needed to learn how to do it. Local guys showed me enough that made me a little bit dangerous, and I was able to rope some of those big fish. Super psyched. Try and do the same thing again this year, but kind of see the season beginning to end. That's the goal. I don't know if I can physically and mentally make it, but I'll go for as long as I can. I'm not going to hurt myself or hurt my loved ones doing this, but at the same time, I have serious goals. This has been on my list since, gosh, probably a teenager, early 20s. I don't really remember when I first got it in my head to fish snook in Mag Bay. Probably in my 20s. I think I had been fishing snook in Florida and decided I wanted to see how close to home I could find a snook. And I can actually drive from Idaho to Baja. Oh, that was a fish. Dang it. I can drive from Idaho to Baja faster than I can drive to Florida. So these snook are closer. That wasn't a fish. Seaweed. Sure pulled to the side like it was a fish. Catching that first fish of the day is such a confidence game. It's like after you get the first one, it's like, okay, they're here, you fish with confidence, and confidence definitely catches fish. But getting the first one, is there enough water on the beach yet? Are the fish here? The moon doing something? You don't know. I mean, you can know what you can know, but even when you think you got it nailed, it doesn't always work out. And then there's the flip side of that too, obviously. You know what's the worst? Is when you make a really long cast and you're retrieving and you can't stop your retrieve because you'll get stuck on the bottom, but you have an itch on your face. It'll drive a person mad, I'm telling you. You can't scratch it. It could be a $20 scratch depending on the lure you got. take that itch and deal with it until, or reel faster, I guess. But just saying, nobody wants that. There he is. He's just so preoccupied eating whatever he's eating, just doesn't seem to care that I'm here. Or he's looking at the UTV and he doesn't realize I'm standing over here. Okay, time to get back to fishing, I guess. Here's some more of those shark eggs. They look like little bats, little sleeping bats. Well, they're not. But yeah, you find them all tangled up in the seaweed that's washed up here. I still haven't touched a fish all day, all morning. I can't believe. But the tide is picking up and the surf is really picking up. It was doing that stupid mushy thing again this morning that it did all last week, but now the waves are getting bigger, more frequent. You know, just a bigger set coming in, but hopefully that'll shake things up a little bit, get this bite on if there's gonna be one. I can't believe that the sun would make that big of a difference, just not having it today. You know, the low light fishing is so good before the sunrise. And you would think this is like, oh, bonus, but apparently not. Not today. So, anyways, it looks like it's going to pick up. So, got my fingers crossed. Can't believe after a week I can't really get a fish on film for y'all. For me, for that matter. Come on, fish. Wow, this is just kind of a bust today. Many of these days lately. I guess that's just the curse of being here at the beginning of the season. You want to be here for the whole thing, so you gotta be here, I guess, early enough that there's gonna be fishless days, even in great conditions. It is what it is. Hopefully every day is a little better than the day before. It wouldn't take much to improve on today. I can't believe I stood in this spot yesterday and I got 4 really nice fish and a 5th one on my two-handed fly rod, which I'm getting the hang of a little bit. And then today, nothing. And literally, the only difference, the waves are a little smaller today and there's no sunshine. Yesterday was a blue sky day. Today is kind of the marine layer day like we've had for the last week. Not complaining. I'm on the remote beach fishing. Who knows? I can catch a freaking 200-pound sea bass on the next cast. You know, this reminds me a lot of when I was learning to fly fish. I didn't catch a lot of fish then either, but it was the act of casting, learning to cast and learning to double haul that made the slower days interesting and fun. And learning this two-handed rod is a lot like that. It's new to me, so I understand the casting premise of the fly line, but this is just different. It's cool, I like it. It's difficult. I'm really not good at it. But I'll get there. And make a YouTube show about a guy that goes out, never catches any fish. See how many people want to watch it. This is just real fishing, a real fishing show. Or there's just so many damn episodes that you're gonna have to watch some of them that don't have fish. Whatever, I'm just gonna catch one right here. Man, I can't believe everything's so exactly the same. I hate to be the should have been here yesterday guy. I was here and I had a great time. I just didn't film any of it. But for good reason. I didn't want to film my buddy's family without asking him first. I got to figure out how to ask that in Spanish. So I thought, oh, let's just come repeat the day. No, it's fishing. There's no repeating the day. So I guess I'll just hang out. I can't really drive back now because the tide's so high. It cuts off my route. So I'll fish a little bit at the top of the outgoing, like the fly rod. That's when I got a nice corvina yesterday. So I'll finish this and get back out there with the fly rod and sling that around a little bit. Not like really high hopes, but ain't gonna catch any fish on the beach. From the beach, but not on the beach. Hey everybody. You're not gonna guess what's on the menu tonight. It rhymes with smish lacos. Yeah, it's fish tacos tonight. So let's get this party started. Never made ceviche with my corvina the other day, so it's going to be fish taco ingredient 1 tonight. And shake and bake. The old, what do we got tonight? Kirkland sweet mesquite seasoning. This stuff's pretty darn good. Had it on a lot of stuff lately. Ooh, got a little aggressive there. So the history behind fish tacos, I don't know. I don't know what the history behind fish tacos is. Seems like an appropriate topic when you're cooking fish tacos. Yummy. Oh, so good. Oh my gosh. And the huicho. I mean the mesquite. A match made in heaven. See you later. Yeah, I'm going to show you what happens when you cook bacon where I live. Come on, 4 watts. Just realizing I kind of blew it today. I am not on my game right now. Today was really the last really good tide for fishing for looks like the next week. I don't know enough about it to say that for sure, but the lows and highs the next week are just nothing. It's just mush. There's hardly a high tide and hardly a low tide. It's going to be like a lake. So not till next Saturday does the conditions improve from that. I mean, one day there hardly is a tide at all. It's crazy. So I took today because I was tired and didn't want to beat the crap out of my body and my stuff. I wanted to take a day to kind of piece everything back together, get a charge on this thing, get the UTV looked at, switch out some more lines and reels. But now it's looking like I should have just sucked it up and gotten out there again early this morning and not missed this tide. It's like high tide's in like an hour right now, and then it's going to turn and things will probably shut off. So I'm just kind of mad at myself. This week's kind of been a cluster for me. I've had some cool moments. I've caught some nice fish. I've caught some big fish, but I didn't get any of it on film. I took some photos, and I kind of wanted to make this investment in time and money to try to film getting some big snook off the beach. And so far I'm shooting blanks. It's like today's Monday, so I've been at this for just about 9 days now. I don't think it's great tides today, but the boys seem to think the fishing's going to be good, so we're going to go find out one way or another. I asked Eastrail yesterday, like, when was the best days for fishing, and he finally has heard, I think he's heard that from me so many times, he finally just said, John, all the days are the best days. Like, if you can go fishing, get on you. Like, that's a luxury to be able to just get out and go fishing, much less worry about how good or bad it's going to be. So, kind of taking that to heart a little bit more and just trying to appreciate the fact that I have the time to be out here doing this. These guys would love to do it every day, but they got to go commercial fish and do their thing, take care of families. So I will, like I said, I will take that to heart and try and be more aware, not worry so much about how many fish I'm catching or what fish I'm getting on film or I'm not getting on film, and just appreciate the fact that I'm out here and really film that part of it for y'all so that you can understand how cool it is. Okay, peace out. I'll see you here when we get on the road. Somebody just hit me on the inReach here. Classic. So I hid a box of Pop-Tarts before I left the house to keep the little one out of them because she was deep diving into too many Pop-Tarts. So I hid them, and I just got a text on my inReach. It was important enough to hit me on the inReach, and it is important enough. Mary found the Pop-Tarts, and just a laugh emoji. So yeah, busted. At least I'm in Mexico and she can't get to me from here, so she'll have to inReach me her disdain if she's that mad about it. But I'm sure she's probably 3 Pop-Tarts deep already. So anyways, I gotta get to it. surf casting thing isn't unlike fly fishing in the sense that I got a box full of $20 lures in there, but I went and got the $5 spoon because it's one of my favorites. I just love it. Yeah, it's like your giant box of Spring Creek flies or something, and then you put on, you know, a Dave's Hopper or Parachute Adams when you're fishing some technical water, so you have confidence in it. So it usually works. Not every time. Let's hope this time. My second Corvina on the fly. Super psyched about that. That guy hit hard. That was awesome. That means I'm in the game. If I get these guys, I can get a Snook too. So, yeah, I think this guy's coming home for lunch. Super psyched. Great size too. Not too big. I need to let it go or feel like I need to. But just a great size for him. So, lunche. Ocean is just really calm today. Really small waves. Just gentle. It's just gentle. It's great for fly fishing. I don't know if it's greatest for fishing. I'm sure it's decent. I caught a fish, so they're in here eating bait. That's all I need. Ow. Ow. I need my booties. Ow. Got a bunch of golf balls just hurled at my feet. There we go. That was subtle. Take it. Slow down the beach thing. It's very Snook-like. It's a giant fish. I bet that is. Took too much pressure off of it. Damn it. Oh. That had been a Snook. They like to just go straight down the beach line instead of going out. I was just nursing it. I was just being too gentle with it. Damn it. I'm so mad at myself. It's so hard. If you just haul on them, you'll break the line every dang time. And if you baby them, you just throw the dang hook. And, oh, I just haven't felt enough of them this year to find that middle ground. There we go. There we go. That's going. Oh, I lost it again. Oh, I just took the drag off too soon, too loose. Dang it. That's another big fish. Oh. Come on, you ever get it together, buddy? Come on. You just don't get that many opportunities out here. When you do, you gotta capitalize. And how unreal is it to have a stretch of beach like this to yourself? It's just a little overwhelming. I take it for granted. I'm trying not to. I did a lot to get myself here. A lot of time and expense to get myself here. But in order to feel a little spoiled, in order to have this much coast to yourself with these big targets out front, you gotta go through great lengths. I will not sell myself short for what I've done to be here. A lot of planning. A lot of years in front of this one, trying to find spots like this. And finding them and trying to capitalize on them, being able to leave and come back and have a better plan in place. I mean, I've only been here a week and a half, and I'm already thinking of things I could do next year to improve my situation. It's crazy. But that's how you do it if you want to be in a place like this. You put your time in, your commitment in. You make friends and connections. Try and mitigate, the danger of being out here alone. And then you just be brave. There's definitely a scary aspect. I mean, before I got in the car to come down here from Idaho, I was apprehensive. I was scared. It's healthy. You want to be a little scared like that. But you don't want to be so scared that you're afraid to leave your comfort zone. You're not accessing fish like this. You have to take my word for it. There's giant fish in here so far. But yeah, you're not accessing these fish without maximum effort. Maximum fish, maximum effort. Okay, we're gonna do the simplified version of ceviche since I don't have all the ingredients. The important thing is I have the ingredient, the main ingredient. That's seriously not a bad adventure. Just today. You wake up in Mexico. You have a camp out on like a big head out over the ocean. Very few people around. People that you do see are super nice. You wake up at 6, get in the UTV at 7 with a cup of coffee, drive down the beach about 4.5, 5 miles, start fishing, catch fish with a fly rod, two-handed fly rod, which I'm just shocked I can catch a fish at all with a fly rod, much less the two-handed. And then double down with losing 2 big snook. I mean, that broke my heart, but at the same time, those snook are going to be there tomorrow, and I'm also going to be there tomorrow. So we'll see if we can't change our luck, maybe with the fly. That would be really, really cool. But it gives me a lot of confidence. So brought a fish home. Excited about that. This is gonna, I don't think I can finish all of this for lunch. That's half the fish. So it looks like this is gonna be lunch and dinner, and then I'll have the other fillet for tomorrow. If I catch anything tomorrow, just let me know. So yeah, I'm gonna spend the rest of the afternoon dealing with SD cards and the computer and backups and such. Okay, I'll try and check back later this evening.